Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Final verse number 78. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shir Vijayo Bhutir, Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama, Yatra, where? Yoga Ishvaraha, the master of mysticism. Krishna, Lord Krishna. Yatra, where? Partha, the son of Pritha. Dhanudhara, the carrier of the bow and arrow. What was the name of the bow? Very good. Tatra, there. Shri, opulence. Which personality, and the answer is not Krishna, okay? Which personality personifies all the 6 opulences? I said not Krishna. Who? Radharani. Of course, Krishna possesses, but there's another answer besides, that's why I said not Krishna. So, what's her name? Vijay. Vijaya, victory. Bhuti, exceptional power. Which expansion of Krishna is his potency, most powerful incarnation? Balaram. Very good. Is there any difference between Krishna and Balaram? No difference? Well, where are they different? Yellow. Krishna is what color? Black. What color is Balaram? Right. And of course, their clothes. That's what you were referring. Krishna's dhoti is yellow, and Balaram's dhoti is? Yes, blue like the Yamuna River. And why is Krishna's dhoti yellow? Radharani. And why does Radharani wear black sari? Aha. Now you know. Because when Radha and Krishna tried to get home after spending the night in the forest, they have to get home before their parents come to wake them up. So they're running because they get up late. They're awoken by different birds and animals. And they tell Radha and Krishna, it's time to get up because if you don't get home, you're going to be discovered. And they're not proceeding very quickly. They're being very lackadaisical. Then somebody says, Jatila, which is Radharani's mother-in-law. When they make that sound, then they hurry back because they have to get back into their beds, pretend that they're sleeping. Yashoda comes to wake up Krishna, and she says, not her, but yes, Yashoda says, Krishna, what are you doing with Balaram's dhoti? Yes. And then Purnamasi knows why he doesn't have his yellow. And she says, that's because you were out last night with Radha and the gopis. Purnamasi knew. Yashoda doesn't know. Because Madhu Mangala says something about how they were playing. And then Radharani sees these marks on Krishna's body. And Yashoda says, why are you, to Madam Mangala, I think, well, I'm not sure who. She goes, why are you boys, why are these marks on Krishna? It's actually Radharani's marks. But Madam Mangala says, oh, we were playing as cowherd boys and we got a little rough. And then when Jatila comes to wake up Radharani, she sees that she has Krishna's yellow dhoti. So she goes, what's this? So another gopi says, no, you're crazy. The sunlight is coming in the window and you're seeing it in a certain way. Don't think that this is... So in this way, they keep their facade. All right. I don't know how I got there, but I got there. Okay. Vijaya, victory. Bhuti, exceptional power. Dhruva, certain. Niti, morality. Mati mama, my opinion. So who's speaking? Excellent. Somebody has been paying attention. Very good. Please repeat. Wherever there is Krishna, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, the supreme archer, there will also certainly be opulence, victory, extraordinary power, and morality. That is my opinion. Purport. So this is a long purport, but it is very important because Prabhupada is going to give you the conclusion of Bhagavad-gītā in this purport. So this is one of the major purports in the whole book. So try to pay attention closely. You'll learn a lot in this final purport. Everybody say Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. The Bhagavad-gītā began with an inquiry of Dhritarashtra's. He was hopeful of the victory of his sons, assisted by great warriors like Bhishma, Drona, and Karna. He was hopeful that the victory would be on his side. But after describing the scene on the battlefield, Sanjaya told the king, you are thinking of victory, but my opinion is that where Krishna and Arjuna are present, there will be all good fortune. He directly confirmed that Dhritarashtra could not expect victory for his side. Victory was certain for the side of Arjuna because Krishna was there. Krishna's acceptance of the post of charioteer for Arjuna was an exhibition of another opulence. Krishna is full of all opulences, and renunciation is one of them. There are many instances of such renunciation, for Krishna is also the master of renunciation, because Krishna said, I'm not going to pick up any weapon, I'm not going to fight. And then when Duryodhana and Arjuna both came to Krishna to get his patronage, Duryodhana said, I got here first. But Krishna said, yes, but when I woke up, I saw Arjuna first. So it was how it turned out. Arjuna had the choice was Krishna's army or Krishna. Which one did Arjuna take? And Duryodhana took? And he thought, oh, this foolish Arjuna, what an idiot. I have Krishna's army, which was in the millions. I forget the name. It had a specific name. Was that? No, the name of the army was, yeah, I think that's right. Who said that? Yes, I think so. Very good. Akshahini is a division, but the army had. So Duryodhana thought he had come out victorious. Okay. So Krishna was renounced. He didn't want it to, and Balaram was also renounced because he had affection for both sides. Why did he have affection for the Kauravas? Duryodhan was his disciple. And he didn't want to go against Krishna. That was the problem. He said to Duryodhan, I can't go against Krishna. Krishna's on the side of the Pandavas. I can't go against Krishna, even though you're my disciple. So Balaram said, I'm out of here. So he went touring the sacred places of pilgrimage. And when did he arrive back at the battlefield? With who? Bhim and Duryodhana. The final, the final battle was between Bhim and Duryodhana. That's when he showed up and he told them, stop this. Duryodhana, you're more expert, and Balaram, you're more powerful. Neither of you are going to win. And it went on for how many days? Many weeks it went on. And then finally Krishna gave him the clue. He had to cheat, didn't he? Because they were equal. Okay. The fight was actually between Duryodhana and Yudhishthira. Arjuna was fighting on behalf of his elder brother Yudhishthira. Because Krishna and Arjuna were on the side of Yudhishthira, Yudhishthira's victory was certain. The battle was to decide who would rule the world. And Sanjaya predicted that the power would be transferred to Yudhishthira. It is also predicted here that Yudhishthira, after gaining victory in this battle, would flourish more and more, because not only was he righteous and pious, but he was also a strict moralist. He never spoke a lie during his life. Now Prabhupada goes to another level. Okay, so this is where it's going to get, so this is a different level. There are many less intelligent persons who take Bhagavad-gītā to be a discussion of topics between two friends on the battlefield. But such a book cannot be scripture. Some may protest that Krishna incited Arjuna to fight, which is immoral. But the reality of the situation is clearly stated. Bhagavad-gītā is the supreme instruction in morality. The same instruction of morality is stated in the 9th chapter in the 34th verse. Manmana bhava madbhakta. One must become a devotee of Krishna, and the essence of all religion is to surrender unto Krishna. Everybody. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. The instructions of Bhagavad-gītā constitute the supreme process of religion and morality. All other processes may be purifying and may lead to this process, but the last instruction of the Gita is the last word in all morality and religion. Surrender unto Krishna. This is the verdict of the 18th chapter. From Bhagavad-gītā, we can understand that to realize oneself by philosophical speculation and by meditation is one process, but to fully surrender unto Krishna is the highest perfection. This is the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad-gītā. So what is that? So what is the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad-gītā? Yeah, just surrender to Krishna. Make it simple. Very good. The path of regulative principles, according to the orders of social life and according to the different courses of religion, may be a confidential path of knowledge. But although the rituals of religion are confidential, the meditation and cultivation of knowledge are still more confidential. And surrender unto Krishna in devotional service, in full Krishna consciousness, is the most confidential instruction. That is the essence of the 18th chapter. So Prabhupada is highlighting what we should have learned from doing this Bhagavad-gītā. He's highlighting. Prabhupada is the master teacher. And he's spoon-feeding us Bhagavad-gītā. So he's making these things clear to us so that we'll get the proper understanding easily. It's called spoon-feeding. When you have a little baby, the baby can't feed itself. So the mother takes the spoon and puts the spoon in the baby, and the baby goes... But the mother patiently comes back, and the baby again kicks and... But the mother spoon feeds. Prabhupada is spoon feeding his Bhagavad-gītā, but like babies, we go... No, Prabhupada again is spoon feeding. Another feature of Bhagavad-gītā is that the actual truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. The absolute truth is realized in three features: impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and ultimately the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you. Perfect knowledge of the absolute truth means perfect knowledge of Krishna. If one understands Krishna, then all the departments of knowledge are part and parcel of that understanding. Krishna is transcendental, for he is always situated in his eternal, internal potency. Does Krishna ever become under the influence of the material energy? If somebody thinks that, what are they? Pashandi, Mudha, demon, rascal. Krishna never comes under the control of the external, inferior material energy. Okay? And that's what Lord Chaitanya also says. The greatest blasphemy is to think that when God comes, he comes in Maya. Prabhupada's emphasized his eternal, internal potency. The living entities are manifested of his energy and are divided into two classes: eternally conditioned and eternally liberated. Such living entities are innumerable, and they are considered fundamental parts of Krishna. So you're part of Krishna. We learned that in chapter, that's right. Mamai Vangsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta. Sanatana means you were never born. You always existed. Okay. The material energy is manifested into 24 divisions. The creation is effected by eternal time, and eternal time is a representation of Krishna. We learned that in what chapter? Chapter 11. And is created and dissolved by external energy. This manifestation of the cosmic world repeatedly becomes visible and invisible. In Bhagavad-gītā, 5 principal subject matters have been discussed. Number 1, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What's the Sanskrit? Ishvara. Oh, very good. Material nature, Prakriti. The living entities, Jiva. Eternal time, Kala. And all kinds of activities. Now, of the 5, which one is temporary? Karma. The other are eternal. Karma is not eternal, temporary. Thank God. If karma was eternal, you'd never get out. You're doomed, exactly. It's like saying, let's say you take a college course, and let's say on this particular course you get an F, but you can't take it over. But sorry, can't graduate now, you got an F, and you can't take it over? Nope, sorry, goodbye. No one would go to that school, by the way. Okay. All is dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All conceptions of the absolute truth, impersonal Brahman, localized Paramatma, and any other transcendental conception exists within the category of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although superficially, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the living entity, material nature, and time appear to be different, nothing is different from the Supreme. But the Supreme is always different from everything, huh? It sounds contradictory, right? Lord Chaitanya's philosophy is that of, quote unquote, inconceivable oneness and difference. Once you get that down, then when you read the Vedic scriptures, it's easy. But if you don't get this, you're bound to be confused. But if you can get this, if you can grasp this, that something can be one at the same time, different, that's like two things now. You got it, okay, one, and then when you read Vedic scriptures, it's a breeze. Okay. This system of philosophy constitutes perfect knowledge of the absolute truth. The living entity in his original position is pure spirit. He is just like an atomic particle of the Supreme Spirit. Thus, Lord Krishna may be compared to the sun and the living entities to sunshine. You've heard me give this example hundreds of times. It's my favorite example. And it's the same example Lord Chaitanya gives. When he says, Jivera Swarupahoy Krishnara Nityadas, the very next line he uses the word Kirana. Kirana means sunshine. And in the translation, Prabhupada says, pencil ray light. Pencil rays. Krishna is the sun, and Prabhupada is saying here, sunshine. Because the living entities are the marginal energy of Krishna, they have a tendency to be in contact either with the material energy or with the spiritual energy. In other words, the living entity is situated between the two energies of the Lord, and because he belongs to the superior energy of the Lord, he has a particle of independence. And that, my friends, is crucial. So don't come with this, everything is fatalistic, it's hopeless, and my destiny. No, you have what? A particle of independence. That's the kick. You have some independence, not total independence like who? Like Krishna, exactly. But we have some independence. By proper use of that independence, he comes under the direct order of Krishna. Thus he attains his normal condition in the pleasure-giving potency. So, that's why surrender has to be voluntary. That's the whole idea. Krishna does not force us. As long as we don't want to surrender to Krishna, Krishna says, go ahead, go live in Irvine, or go live in Placentia. Go have fun. Go ahead. But as soon as we decide by our independence, I should surrender to Krishna, then Krishna says, you can come back. My favorite word, back. Back means you were there, and that's what Prabhupada teaches. You were there with Krishna. You misused your independence, therefore you came to Torrance, California. But when you surrender to Krishna, then you go back from where you came from. Not the Brahmajyoti. Back to Godhead, back to Krishna. We finished Bhagavad-gītā. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Come on, let's go. Hare Rama, play. Rama Rama, Hare. Everybody. All right, where is Krishna Kumar? Krishna